Hey you guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, back with some more of Dweeb and the Mechanitor here, where the team are on their way home. 0.8 days and the team will be back very, very soon. It's going to be a good old time around here, except for the fact that Raphael's gone off on a sad wander because he's freezing to death. That's not going to make it better. You're wandering around in the snow, and you have serious hypothermia. You've already lost a toe. And you're naked. Sorry, I probably should have led with that one. You're naked in the snow. It's 26 degrees out here. You've lost a toe. Again, I'm leading with the naked thing, Raphael. Yeah, we're leading with that one. So this is not going to make it any better. What I see, here's your future, Raphael. Here's your future. You're going to fall over, and bits of you will start dropping off again, and then we're going to have to go and get you. And boy, are you going to be sad after that. You think you're sad now? Think how sad you're going to be when you have less toes or, God forbid, more important bits. Rest of the team's doing fine. I mean, they're not. Beta's been bitten by bugs a lot. Wow, that was a great bit of alliteration there. Beta's been bitten by bugs. Not doing so hot. But we do have our fabrication bench up here, so the potential for components exists. Wow. The struggle for components in this run is just brutal. We are bisecting mountains. We're carving out anything we can find. Oh, by the way, we'll have that auto pistol up there. Thank you very much. But everything is, well, in my mind, I want to say everything's going fine. But, you know, it's dweeb. Nothing is going fine here, ever. I was thinking, this is a terrible idea. I can only assure you this is a terrible idea. I can't stress enough how much of a terrible idea this is, of finding the ancient evil. And maybe poking our nose in there and seeing what might happen. Because if nothing else, there'll probably be some components in there and maybe some other real nifty goodies as well. I'm just not immediately locating it. Usually it pops right out because it's a wall instead of a mountain. And I know we've been alerted to it at some point in the past. I just don't immediately remember where it is. Well, it'll come up if I just keep bouncing around the map here. Beta is back up and running to a degree. Medical treatment is Raphael. Yeah, you're naked and sad and cold. Not necessarily in that order. Really, the naked thing was first, and then cold, and then sad. Kind of in that order, kid. I wouldn't mind tapping into this geothermal here, but hey, guess what? That's going to run into a problem of components now, isn't it? We're just not going to have the components that we need to achieve that. Where the heck is the ancient evil around here? I know I've seen it. Well, I say I know I've seen it. That's not exactly a lie as much as it is optimism more than anything. We've been on a bunch of maps. Beta is a well-traveled Mechanator. We've been bouncing around. Well, I say we've been bouncing around. We've been chased out of many places. We've been chased out by flesh masses and all sorts of things. But we're stuck here for now, and well, you know what? It'll come up when it comes up. Let's get things moving a little bit faster here. Hey, Kin Winnie here, or whatever the heck your name is, Witty. How are you doing in terms of, like, believing in your nonsense? Yeah, you're almost done with that. And then we'll probably look at converting you. You've got that really, really good animal skill, and we have some tigers. We used to have a lot more. Wait, where are my tigers? Oh, the tigers went with Butch. Sorry. I got very panicky there for a second. I thought I'd run out of tigers. No, the tigers are with Butch on the road. That's fine. They'll be back relatively soon. I could put some more shelving or something. Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Shelving, yes. Raphael, what did I say was going to happen? Raphael, what did I say was going to happen to you? Okay, you were going to fall over. What do we need to strip Raphael? He's naked. I knew you were going to fall over. And now we've got to come and get you, don't we? Now, yes, I know. Yes, you're bleeding to death. Things are falling off of you. It's terrible. You are losing all sorts of things right now. There goes your thumb. There goes your thumb. Okay? Don't come whining to me when you wake up. You're like, didn't I have a thumb? Like two of them? One on each hand? Because now you don't. Now people are like, hey, traditionally one has two thumbs. You, in fact, only have one at this point. Good job there, Raphael. You're the one who wanted to be a nudist. You said to me, oh, Dave, I hate wearing clothes. And I understand in your colony you don't really care. You're right, I don't. You wear or not wear whatever. Now I gotta find a doctor for you. Dweeb, remind me, do you do medically stuff? You have a base medical training. How about though we... Hang on, before we do any of that. How about we don't use the good medicine on that? How about we just use, like, up to that? I don't actually think we have any of the good medicine. But we've got Glitter World, and I don't want to use Glitter World on somebody's thumb that was largely his fault, Raphael. Your fault, Raphael. Because what? You're naked. It's winter. Okay, it's winter. The hydroponics are kind of chipping along here. I could put one more up. Well, might as well get that going. That's what? That's one component, right? I would like to save one component for emergencies, like something breaks down. But I could afford one here. Let's put that right in there. That'll be just some more food we can always have at all times. Because we're doing fine on... Well, okay. Let's just check things here, Dave. Okay. First of all, who's going to have break risk? It's Beta. Beta is always going to have a problem with something. Oh, yeah, the psychite withdrawal. Sorry, we've got tea. You could just, like, go and have that. Why don't you go drink that? That'll cheer you up no end. And you're hungry. Well, see, this brings me to my second point, Beta. My second point, Beta. We've got one meal and a bunch of dead squirrels. That's pretty much all we got right now, kid. We've got one meal and a bunch of dead squirrels. We've got a little bit of, I believe that's rice or potatoes in there. Yeah, some rice. That probably got that off the hydroponics. Yeah, there's some more coming in right now. It's just that we've only got the dead squirrels, really, honestly, Beta. So, wow. It's just never really worked out for you, has it? It really just never... There's nothing to kill that doesn't explode or fight back. There's some crows, but they fight back. There's a fire. That'll warm Raphael up for if nothing else. Hey, that's a dead thing. Cool. Could we maybe go put out the fire? Like, if we could... How about... Do we maybe want to put out the fire? Are we in a weird zone? Are we in... No, we're in unrestricted. Could you just kind of, like, put out the fire? Maybe just go deal with that nonsense? It's just that there's food under that fire. It's not much better than a squirrel. It basically is a squirrel that explodes. Which is, less valuable than your traditional squirrel might be. But it's food. There we go. Baby Black's in on it. Baby Black's like, yeah, I will totally do this. Who here is supposed to be doing cooking? Because it seems like we're not, dweeb. It just seems like we're not doing that. What are you doing? Oh, you're cooking. Okay, good. Good use of your initiative there, dweeb. Well, that will be some meals. Some. Young travelers need resources. You want 270 silver. So you can buy back a friend. Well, how about I buy back the friend? Then the friend can live with me. I could kill them, arrest them, sell them, or harvest them. How about I just ignore them? How about I just say, no, you're not taking our money. We've got other priorities right now. I've got a naked guy who is rapidly losing digits. Speaking of which, how are you doing? Yeah, there goes your toe and thumb. What? Oh, the caravan's here. Okay, great, cool. The rest of the gang's back. Welcome back, guys. There's no food. Raphael's lost another thing. Badger Revenge? Oh, that must be one of the tigers. Oh, yeah, that's done. That's over. Yeah, no, tiger versus badger. I understand badgers are a feisty animal, but tiger versus badger. The tiger's going to win. And you're basically going to eat an entire badger. Good job there, kid. I know it's the first day of spring. Do we feel like it's going to be warming up? Oh, we've done medicine production. That's cool. I was going to kind of go down that route, wasn't I? So we've got the medicine production. We've got the hospital beds. We could move into the vitals monitor. And comments continually says, hey, you know how you were supposed to be making better weapons and you're just, like, never making better weapons? I understood, and you're right, partially. That's a partially good answer. The question is, of course, components. We don't have any components to be doing any good weapons. I could make some decent weapons at this point, but I can't actually make them. So just for today's, why don't we go into bioregeneration. I wonder if that'll fix up a toe. It does say small lost body parts like fingers and toes. So it actually, Dave, if you actually took a sec to read that, it literally tells you that it fixes toes, Raphael. It literally tells you this. That is a lot of research. Or I could get into advanced fabrication, which is great. That'll get me more advanced thingamajiggies. But right now it's basic components that I need. Get the bioregeneration. I don't think Raphael is the only person who's lost a finger or two. We may as well start healing those up if we have an opportunity to. That's going to lead to where are we going to put stuff like that? I could expand out this room. That could be a real biotech robo room kind of thing. Hang on, there's been a shuttle crash. What is the problem here? What's the issue? Okay, imps, neat. All right, they're going to defend it. These are usually fairly easy, he says optimistically. And who's Winnie Part 2 here? What do you do for a living? Are you any good? You mean you're not terrible? You're not great? I've got a lot of mediocre to terrible people. I don't know if I need another one. However, having Dweeb get a little more honor would not be the bad idea. Dweeb, you're actually, yeah, you're the novice in the Broken Imperium. I need to build a throne room, but that's theoretically doable. We could look at something along those lines. Look at this again. And the other one would just be goodwill. I'm inclined to do that. I think we're going to do that for the honor, and then you're going to tell me once I complete that we don't have a throne or anything like that, and I'm going to say, yeah, you're right. We don't. That is correct. The shuttle's here. Okay, where is it? Alrighty. So let's get some teams going here. This time, Dave, let's actually remember to bring the Militors, because that's kind of literally their job, is to do things like this. All of you guys come up here, and then the two Militors, where are you guys? Yeah, you can also come up here. Yeah, you're going to stay out of command range, aren't you? Go here. Okay, Dweeb, go here. You got to kind of bring your team along here. And you go here, and the other one go here. Okay. And then, you know what? I'm going to try and do this tiger free, because I'd prefer not to lose any more tigers. Raphael, what do? You don't do combat-y stuff. Why don't you go down to the back? All right, Stillwater, you can come on board for this, though. And come on up sort of here-ish. And Wraith, what do? You got a bolt-action rifle. That's good enough. Come on up here. All right, everybody move along here. There's the team. Team's here. Team's ready to go. I mean, they're not ready to go. They don't have a new shuttle yet. But they're here. They exist. Okay, Dweeb and the Militors, which sounds like an awesome band. Come up here. No, hang on. No, you guys. Whoa. Yeah, you. Okay, yeah, you three. Yep, you three. No. All of you come up here. There we go. That's more like it. Don't know why we were not moving as a team here. Everybody come up here. Okay, everybody come up here. We're all going to just hang out with these guys and, well, defend them, basically. It shouldn't be that big a deal, he says, again, extremely optimistically, not really understanding what he's getting into, as is traditional for him. But let's just kind of hang out here. Usually the raids happen fairly quickly, so we shouldn't have to wait around too long here. Butch, why are you up here? Well, I didn't call you in. Oh, you're going to go do some mining while you're here. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, whatever you're into, kid, that's fine. Try not to get caught out by the raid or something like that, because, well, you're in charge of tigers, and I can't have all my tigers going down. I don't have anyone to retrain the tigers. I mean, I've got that guy in prison, but that may or may not happen. I might let him go. I'm not really sure. It's the food issue. I feel I've got the complement of colonists that I actually want, and one of them wears no clothes, which is very, very exciting. Hey, Beta, what are you up to these days? Beta, why are you here? Okay, Beta, you don't actually have a weapon. Beta. You dropped your weapon at some point, didn't you? Why don't you go pick up... I don't know, go get the shotgun. Everybody loves a good shotgun. Go get that. You're going to miss out on all the fun and action, but just go do that, because you're standing there just in a burqa ready to punch people, which admittedly sounds terrifying, but I don't know if it's really going to help in the grand scheme of things. So where is this alleged raid coming from? We don't know, obviously. There we go. No, that's a major break risk. That'll be Stillwater. Yeah, what's your problem today? People don't like you. You don't like people. Yeah, you ate non-fungus plant cooked? Oh dear, you're into cave things, aren't you? You want cave food like fungus. Okay, you're going to be terrible to deal with, aren't you? I keep taking all these terrible, terrible colonists, and then I'm surprised. Here's the raid. Raid's here. Where is the raid? Okay, where is the raid, though? That's the thing. Where? Raid? Okay, well, it's here somewhere. Let's just get everyone kind of ready to go. Where do you guys think you're coming from, exactly? Because I don't actually see you. Are you doing like a drop pod thing? Where are they? Oh, hang on. We found something. Where are people going? No, Lumpy. No, don't pray. Don't pray. No, be drafted, please. Everybody go hang out over here. I don't know actually where the raid is. I'm looking for red on the map here. Is that you guys? No, you're the people who want money. Just pound sand, kids. Okay, well, we'll kind of just... Did they forget to raid us? Did they miss? Are they on another map somewhere going, where's the shuttle? I thought we were going to beat up the shuttle people. Did something else kill them? I'm very, very confused right now. It definitely said raid. And there's definitely not a raid happening right now. I'm not necessarily complaining. Yeah, people are starving. I'm not surprised. We're hanging out here, kind of like doing nothing. I'm reluctant to undraft, but the new shuttle's here. Okay, we did it. Yay. Not really sure what the point of that was. Okay, deconstruct the ship. Well, good, great raid. That went very, very well. So we've done that, and we've done that. We need Dweeb's Acolyte Ceremony, but of course he doesn't have a throne. Wraith's going to go insult people. That's probably for the best. I often do myself. That's a sensible... Oh, no, the tigers are eating everything. That's okay. You know what? That's basically fine. We are butchering things, right? Yeah, Dweeb, it's just that, like, we've got no food, kid. We're going to be down to, like, raw rice, and nobody likes that, man. Nobody likes that kind of thing. What is this over here? Oh, that's got scaria. No, that's disgusting. Wraith couldn't reach Lumpy, so she's going to go insult Stillwater. Okay. Fine. You know what? That's fine. That's basically fine. Don't suppose we found any components up here, did we, Raphael? And Raphael, how are you feeling with the lack of the thumb there? Yeah, we've lost a thumb, we've lost a second toe, and you're freezing again. You are once again freezing. Who's starving today? Wraith. Yeah, you probably want to get off your trip here and maybe go actually actively eat some food or something like that instead of standing there insulting Beta. Dweeb, kind of needs you to be doing some cooking here, kid. Kind of need to get some cooking going on here. I'm just saying. Alright, we're going to have to think about a throne room for the Dweebster here. What have I got a lot of? Nothing. Nothing. This colony is stagnating so badly right now because Beta, who is kind of like my prime crafter here, is stuck making components. We've got 6 of them. I could put up more hydroponics. Let's just go ahead and do 2 more of these because the steel I can do. And remind me, this does cover the whole room, right? Yeah, except for those corners down in there. All right. Now you're insulting a baby. That is really low-hanging fruit there. That's too easy for you, Wraith. You're better than that. You're not, actually, but you're better than that. All right, new hydroponics coming in. We should be fine on power. Is there anything, now that it's spring, is there anything to go murder? No, there's actually less things to murder. We're not going after the Muffalos right now. I got too many people who are wicked sad about life. So I don't want to put them in a combat situation. Okay, what other positive things could I be doing here? And the answer is not a heck of a lot. I could theoretically start making some hospital beds, but hey, guess what we've heard around here a lot? Components. Don't got them. Don't have components. I will, maybe in another day or so when it warms up. It's 45 out now. Let's take a shot at opening up some of these fields. Let's sow those fields. What have we got going on here? That's potatoes, although there's actually some, whatchamacallit, there's some ambrosia in there. How much do I need the ambrosia versus, like, 5-6 pieces of ambrosia versus the food? I think the food is probably a teeny bit more important. That's corn, that's heel root, that's going to be rice. Okay, good, that'll grow nice and quickly. I don't really, why is it green? Why is it green? Acidic smog. Oh, yeah, that's right, we live near that. I forgot. Boy, that'd be a good reason to move, wouldn't it? Get out of the acidic smog. It's just that you live in acidic smog, Dave. This map is terrible. If I did that, okay, so if I said, who are you? Kaiser. Okay, you don't seem to have a question mark over your head, so I'm going to broadly ignore Charlie, Stomp, and Kaiser here. If I did want to go somewhere that wasn't completely toxic, where do I really want to pack up and move again? Do I need to really move the whole team one more time? Because, boy, I am just not equipped for that kind of nonsense, am I? Like, what's over here? That is valley, cave pools, mixed biomes. That sounds delightful. And we've got an ancient uplink over here. I don't know what it does, but we could uplink it. Got some valley and caves. What's the general terrain like? No pollution. Good. Not a long growing season. Okay. Think about that. And then over here we've got, let's see, an ancient quarry, gold ore. All right, I was thinking about taking a trip over there, maybe mine out some gold. It's just that everyone is always on the brink of a breakdown at all times in this colony. But some gold ore would not go astray. Who would I take to do the mining, really? Cella. Cella's quite good at mining. Raphael is not good at mining, but I'm making him do it. And Butch is actually very, very good. But I'd rather not take the tigers. I mean, I don't have to take the tigers. But I'd rather not take the tigers, period. I'd rather go there and just mine out some gold. Maybe we'll do that. I mean, I don't have the food to do it. That's irrelevant. I do not have the food to make that happen. And I don't know if I'm going to be getting a lot of food in the near future, although they are starting to do the rice. You know, nice rice and acidic smog. Some meals are beginning to come in, which is nice. Beta's still frantically working on components. Actually, we're up to 13. Where did we find those from? Huh, that just jumped from 7 to 13. Maybe we dug some out somewhere and just brought them back home. Okay, well, let's keep the hydroponics going then. You know, what with the food issue that we're having right now. So copy these, and let's see. We know everything's going to be fine except for this little corner down here. I'm going to put 3 more in. And I might change a couple of these over to maybe heel root or psychoid. The psychite leaves would be good, just so we can always have that coming in. I have more than a few people who are genetically addicted to drugs, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to just keep them going. Because if we've learned anything about a drug addiction, is your best course of action is continuing to take drugs. That just seems to be working out better than trying to not do drugs. And I think that's a lesson we could all learn, really. That's a lesson we can all learn there. When faced with a crippling addiction, your answer is to do more of it. Right? Fly in the face of convention. I say fly in the face of convention. So let's make this one say psychoid. And how about this one was heel root? So yeah, there we go, heel root. Just have some heel root coming in. It's never going to hurt to have some extra medicine popping along there. Okay, next. Who has tattered apparel that I need to worry about? Baby? I don't know. Change your clothes, kid. I probably don't have any clothes for you. Where is my tailoring bench? Oh, in my tailoring room. Yeah, so that exists. Let's do... I don't really think we need the burkas anymore. Make kid pants, and then make a kid shirt, and then make a kid parka. I don't know what you're missing, but I'm just going to deal with all of it. Is it the head wrap? Because I can dump that right now. No, your head wrap's actually awesome. You have a great head wrap. It's your parka. All right, well, I mean, at this point, just take your parka off, and then we'll make you a new one at some point. Boy, I've got a lot of burkas. That's not a phrase I commonly find myself saying. I've got a lot of burkas, but I do. Still thinking about that gold mine. Literally, the gold mine. The actual gold mine. We can burn that if we get a chance. Thank you. So rice is coming in more frequently with the hydroponics. Again, nothing to murder there. Nothing to murder. I think I do need to put together a kill squad to go deal with some muffalo. Or maybe just take like a mega sloth out. That'd be a good amount of food right there. I'd rather face off weirdly against one mega sloth rather than the entire herd of muffalo if they go muffalo revenge. Stillwater, are you still sad about everything? Yeah, you really are. You're just not into our jam. It's just not happening for you. Beta, hang on, slow that down. Where is Stillwater? Beta, I'm going to wake you up to do this. Could you just make an effort at trying to convert this guy? I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, wow, 191. Woot. So you slightly less believe in the fact that you should be eating mushrooms and cave fungus at all times. Cave fungus is a mushroom, Dave. A fungus is a mushroom. Mushrooms are often found in caves. So, yeah, that was a little redundant of you, wasn't it? What else could I be doing around here that makes any degree of sense? The answer is not a lot. How are you doing? We're converting you, right? Yeah, you're losing your faith in that ridiculousness. Oh, the acidic smog is going away. Yay! Good job. Excellent. When people wake up in the morning, we're going to go kill a bunch of animals. That's what's going to happen. Oh, yes, components. Yes, please. Please, mine all of those. Thank you very much. We're actually up to 14 components. That's not too bad. I can kind of cope with that. How about we put some more hydroponics down? Maybe not like all of them. Let's save some components. I could start to begin to do hospital beds. But let's do, I don't know, like one here and one here. And then I can do 2 more down there and like 1 or 2 up here. Yes, I am aware it is not the perfect shape or design for hydroponics, but it's what I've got right now. So we're not all going to sweat that. If you're tuning in here for efficiency, let me assure you, you should go somewhere else. Anywhere else, really. The United States government is better at efficiency than I am. Okay. I need to get back into the stone block game. So weirdly, I might actually have to suspend the component game or unsuspend this. Who else is like vaguely good at crafting these days? Obviously, it's all about beta. Lumpy's very good too, but Lumpy's my researcher. I just don't have a bunch of decent crafting people. I could put Butch on it. Because apart from the animals, Butch actually doesn't do that much around here. Butch, I'm going to put you at number 1 crafting. You'll be able to shoot. Yeah, see, Beta's already back into the stone block gig. I get it, man. There's nothing more fun than carving blocks out of slightly larger blocks. It's how I fill most of my Saturdays after the live stream. I just start carving things out of slightly larger things, and then they're smaller things. It's a very exciting time around the Dave household. But if you could focus on components, and that way everyone else could focus on the stone blocks, and by everyone else, I mean Butch. And by Butch, I mean you're going to have to peel off tigers for a while. There you go, Butch. That's exactly what I needed you to do. It's a pretty low-effort task. You'll be able to get through it still fairly quickly, but it will build your skill while you're doing it. Wow, I've got like 5 meals. Okay, kill squad time. Everybody's got a gun. We're going to go murder some things. We're going to murder that, probably. Everybody come up here. We're going to start some murders. All right, so everybody kind of pile in here and hold tight for a second. Okay. Everybody attack the Megasloth. Thank you. Alrighty. Yep, Megasloth Revenge. We're not overly surprised by that, but we're going to hope overwhelming firepower here. Overwhelming firepower. And then shoot it till it's, like, actually dead. There we go. Are we dead? Yeah, we're dead. We're totally allowing that. Okay, hold tight, team. Let's just see if there's something else in the area that might make... There's another one up here. Everyone start going up there, please. I just got to take them out. We've got to have food. Food's got to exist at this point. So come over here and just speed that up a little bit there. Okay, and let's start the attacking. There we go. Start attacking. Okay, slow it down. That's fine. There's revenge. We're going to burden it. That will shave a little bit off its speed there. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, allow that one too, please. That should keep us going for a little bit. Dweeb, can you just actually go get that real quick? Dweeb? That's Dweeb's meal. Who else is not doing anything? Lumpy, you don't seem to be doing anything. Haul that, please. And Wraith, you're butchering. Oh, fantastic. That's good. You're just going to jump right into that. Can't wait to rip a Megasloth apart. Good. That's kind of what we needed. Tattered apparel, who is it now? Yeah, baby, we're working on it. Did you put your parka back on? You did. Stop it. Don't do that. I know it's cold out, but don't. Because then you're sad. And we don't want that. Okay, back at it. Sorry about that. Had to take a very important and quick phone call. So now what was I doing before I was so rudely interrupted? Oh, yeah, Megasloths. Yeah, okay, these are coming right in. Dweeb, just get to work here, kid. Just maybe not with the meditating. Maybe you, like, prioritize butchering and then also cooking. Wraith's in on it. Actually, Wraith's having a good time with that. Wraith's all about this. Wraith, are you actually any good at that? Should you be allowed to do this? Yeah, actually, you're pretty good. 9. I'll take a 9. That's fine. Chella's cleaning up around here. Good deal. Chella, how much do you really need to clean up versus how much you need to be doing anything else? Do we not have anything for you to be mining? Are we all out of mining stuff? I can reassign some more stuff. Yeah, we are. We've actually mined all the things we're supposed to be mining. Okay, well, let's just keep carving into mountains then. Somebody's going to break down. They always are. Don't really need much of a pop-up for that one. So how about we just start carving up all of this and all of that and maybe this bit in here and then just start bringing that down like that. We'll just see if there's anything in there that might be component shaped would be ideal. Looks like we got that shuttle ages ago. We've already broken that up. Oh, I bet that's what those components were. Yeah, we deconstructed the shuttle, and that was where our components came from. I actually need some steel. Weirdly. Which I've been swimming in steel, but no components. Now I have no steel. I know I saw some around. There's some over here. It's very wet. I'm not actually 100% sure they can get in there. I could begin to build a bridge over there, but I just want to see if there's anything easier that we could snag. Wow, I'm actually out of steel. That's unusual. Huh. Nothing kicking around here. We might find something in there. That's definitely not steel. Oh, there's a whole thing of components up here that we have not been exploiting. You see, you got to look around the map, Dave. You got to go, and then you got to go again. Because you miss things the first time, don't you? You're like, I did not see that. That did not exist. And everyone's like, yeah, it totally existed. We pointed that out to you in comments several times that that thing existed. You are what again? Marble. Yeah, not super concerned with getting that. I think the need for us to take a trip is becoming more important. But wait, Tony hit a trap. Tony, no. Tony, where are you? Which one of you hit the trap? Was that you? No, you've been sterilized. Was that you? You have also been sterilized. Where's the other Tony? Sorry, hang on. Where? There you are. Are you badly damaged? Well, you're going to be dead in 11 hours. Yeah, that's pretty badly damaged. Why don't we make this into a medical bed? And that's fine. That was your bed anyway. Somebody will be along to deal with you shortly. I'm just going to kind of hang out here and confirm that. Butch, maybe not with the training right now. There's like a giant spike in the tiger. Maybe work more on like healing. It's great. The training's going real well. All right, we've trained it to rescue a little bit, kind of. Could somebody... Hey, not one thing, it's another. Yeah, go tend to Tony, please. Go tend to the tiger. I can't afford to lose another one. I'm chewing through tigers around here. Got no tigers kicking around at all. We did make that a medical bed, right? Yeah, it is a medical bed. Okay, it'll get over there eventually. And I think you're broadly going. No, that's sweet. No, that's an herbal medicine. There's Tony. Yeah, no immediate danger, and you're getting your last thing healed up here, right, Dweeb? There we go. You're gonna be fine. So I think the need to take a little trip is getting more and more important. So what if we're trying to make some packaged survival meals. It's just we're not very good at it. This is... I'm going to try and make even more of these. Here's what I'd like, kids. I'd like you to make them, but not eat them. I know. I'm a jerk. So I need to... I want a new food policy. So... Don't eat the travel food. Don't. Wait. Don't eat... Wait, food policy. No, here's what we're doing. You're trying to name it, Dave. That's it. You're not trying to edit it. You're trying to name it. Don't eat the travel food. Okay, there we go. So you can have everything in there except the packaged survival meals. Don't eat those. Just don't eat any of those. Now, what's going to happen, because I do this every time, is I'm going to send someone on a trip, and I will forget to change this back, and they won't eat the food that I provided for them, and they'll starve. Yes, that's happened numerous times. Beta's off on a trip. Psychite withdrawal. Oh, sorry, I was going to say we have tea. We actually don't, Beta. I see where you're going with that. So, your needs... You had Psychite when? You've had it fairly recently, haven't you? Psychite tolerance. Apparently not. You must have just gone through all the tea or somebody else drank it. I'm not really sure what to tell you there, kid. You're just going to have to make your own arrangements. But we need to be thinking about more and more and more food because I want to go traveling. There we go. That's what I needed to see right there. A whole bunch of things. Don't fight back or explode. That's exactly what we needed. And the teams up here are going to start to do some more mining. Great that we got those components out of here, but now I need to find some steel somewhere. Don't really know where. And then I think we need to go on a journey after that. We've got to take the team out to do some mining. That gold mine sounds really good, and I bet you there'll probably be some steel over there. Virtually every map has it, so we'll find something somewhere. How's the stone block gig going here? 376 on slate, 141 on granite. Okay, it's a slow roll, but things are happening, so that's pretty good. Yeah, Wraith's going to probably focus on the regular meals because we don't have the vegetables to do the packaged survival meals. Those need a little mix of both. But I do see there's a dead raccoon and a dead buck in there, and a second dead buck. Oh yeah, you give these kids a rifle and tell them there's food out there somewhere, and they're all about this. They're loving it. Is that packaged survival meals you just put together there? It is. Good, great, cool. How many of those have we done? We have done 12. Okay, not really enough for a trip, but cool. Cool. Why don't you, just so we have something at all to eat, why don't you, after you're done with that, suspend that temporarily and just focus a little more on the regular meals. Just so we have food, period. We're not, and I see some fish are coming in too. The old fishing hole must be up. Now the ice is melted. How am I on wood? I don't really need wood, but we could chop down a few trees. Just makes me feel good. Just makes me warm in my heart when we destroy nature. Nature's for suckers. I mean, I suppose we could start eating the bug meat, but nobody wants that. Oh, I forgot to eat the tiger. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. Tony, it's not that we didn't love you. We do. I mean, yay, tigers. That's kind of the theme of this run. However, you are food, and we need that. We need that a lot. You're converting the prisoner. You are reading a book. Cool. Could you go grab this, please? Oh, lifter 1 was already on it. Never mind. Well, do it anyway. Here we are. Okay. Beta's still off on a trip, and I don't have any more steel to do my things here. Where are we at on components? 22. That is a heck of a lot more than we have had recently. That's way, way more than we've had in the past. Did we make it over to that other component site? No, not yet. I have given them a lot to do. There's a lot of mountain to be carving down here. It's not surprising that they're a little not on the ball with that. This is down. Is there a reason this is down? Because you didn't need it, really. Right? Right? Because it was winter? Okay. I'm not sure why I turned that off, so I'm going to turn it back on. Because it's kind of wicked important that we keep the toxic waste frozen. That's just, it's a good thing to be doing. You're going to want to keep your toxic waste very, very frozen. Butch, you're working on, yeah, you're trying to do that rescue thing. You're just not really training that tiger to rescue. Beta's back up and running, but Stillwater's about to go down. Kid, I don't know what to tell you about the Psych IT. I'm doing my very best. We've got a lot of raw meat coming in. That's very good. How are we doing on meals? Okay, I mean, they're starting to tick up, but Wraith's just frantically cooking everything here. What else could be a next good positive move? Now the concern is steel. What do I do with that information? Is there anything like a building or anything I could just deconstruct for steel? A lot of these buildings are often made from steel, although I think I've hit a bunch of them already. And by hit, I mean completely annihilated. There's one down here, but that's definitely some kind of stone. Yeah, that's limestone. Actually, it wouldn't kill you to get the limestone. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Victorious Jubilee Opportunity? Well, that's just like my favorite thing. And I have no idea what we're doing here. What was that? Victory Jubilee something? Something, something, something. Oh, there's a Naked Jubilee. Now that is my favorite Jubilee. Let me assure you. The Victorious Jubilee, sure. Nobody's gonna like it. But, go ahead and do it. Go ahead, it's very green. Do you want to maybe combo this with the Naked Jubilee? Because that sounds so much more fun. If you're like, Dave, which one would you rather go to? The Victorious Jubilee or the Naked Jubilee? I'm like, sign me up for the Naked one. Alright? It just sounds more fun. It just sounds like people are going to have way better time. It's just going to be more fun, really, isn't it? This is going to go horribly, but you know what? It'll give them something to do. They might cheer up a little bit if they had a bit of a party. Okay. What did we do? A boring Victorious Jubilee. So now everyone's a little bit sad. Okay. Probably didn't need to do that. When can we do the Naked one? Because I'm going to tell you right now, people are going to have fun at that. What do I need for that? Date-specific ritual. Oh, it's in 34 days. Okay, good. We're going to look forward to that. We're going to look forward to that one. We need a lit campfire. Yeah, you're going to want to stay warm. Yeah, if you're having a Naked Jubilee, you're going to want to stay warm for that one. Do I... Again, no steel at this point. Do I have anything I could possibly make in terms of, like, the bigger, better mechs? How about we examine that for a sec? So I've got the large mech recharger. Actually, what does that do? This recharger, I know it produces toxic waste. I get that part. Okay, that's so specifically for the higher grade mechs. So it's not necessarily like a better recharger, it's just a higher grade one. So the large mech recharger. Okay. What if we started to recreate this room a little bit? We should have some stone blocks at this point. I've got some granite. So let's do a granite wall like this. And this is going to be like heavy on the old biotech kind of things. Can I move these? Sadly, no. A war merchant. Okay, I'll look at that in a sec. Yeah, it's the problem. I can't move a lot of these things. Where are you? A caravan. Okay, and this is... Oh, this is Butch's daughter. All right. Apparently, she's not into daddy because she doesn't live here, and she makes no effort to live here. So, Butch, I don't know. Tell her you're into tigers now. Maybe that'll change her opinion of you. Who talks to people? Largely Dweeb, right? Yeah, Dweeb's into, well, vaguely speaking. So, go talk to, yeah, you right there. I don't really have anything to sell. Not that they want, anyway. What could I sell them? I'm not selling any of my books. I could sell them a club, and a spear, and a mace, and another mace. We sell them tigers, but I'm definitely not doing that. Ooh, I could get into the rhino game. I mean, with an absence of tigers, or a declining tiger population, I could get hard into rhinos. I tell you what, tigers and rhinos, that's a good combo. You ain't arguing with that. They're not cheap, and they're not. I mean, you try to buy a rhino on Amazon, and it's going to cost you. I don't probably need all of these rifles. Not like I'm getting a lot of money for them, but I don't really need all of them. What else have you got? Not a lot. Hey, we can finally sell these head wraps. Good, buy all of my head wraps. And then buy all of these garbage clothes. I might not have a campfire set up to be burning them. So get rid of all of those. That one's going to be bunk pretty soon. Don't really need to be keeping that. And what else have we got? Burkas. I do have a lot of burkas. Sell all my burkas. It's a burka going out of business sale. And I'm certainly not selling you the gold. In fact, I'm going to look at buying more of it. Mastodon wool jacket. That's worth a lot of money. Thing is, you don't really have much I want apart from the rhinos. You don't have any components. It's really... Actually, I should buy the pemmican. Because that's something I could take traveling. They don't necessarily love it, but it's food, and there's a lot of it. Oh yeah, I'm happy with that move. Let's do that. And then also let's edit that restriction. So I want to edit this. So don't eat the travel food. Also don't eat pemmican. We're only going to take that when we travel. So you put it in the freezer, obviously, but then don't eat it. We're going to store that up. I think that's my next move, is we're going to get some packaged survival meals and that pemmican in there. In fact, why don't we start moving the pemmican into here? So how about we get this actually freezing, and then set this for just pemmican, all right, and make that critical. And this could also be just pemmican. Actually, just copy things, Dave. Copying exists. And then paste that to there. Let's just see how much that fills up the shelves. And then... over here, man, this is it's all critical. Everything is critical. So, time comes if they don't put anything over there. Maybe actually, they don't really need to be putting pemmican over here. We can just keep it in the ship all the time. Don't put pemmican over there. And then start copying things. No, don't copy all of those. No. Paste it to here. I have too many shelves in the area. Paste that, and paste that, and paste that. And then actually paste it also to the storage unit itself. Okay, any more things to kill? Oh yeah, the deer are just coming in like crazy. Just murder everything out there. Murder that rabbit as well. And how are we at on food, by the way? Meals. Meals are in there. They exist. See, this is why I want to save a few components. The heater is down over there. Speaking of heat, what's the temp out right now? 54? We're not really doing anything with the psychoid. That might need a higher temperature to be sewn in. Yeah, a little sporadic on the sewing, but I also think some of my bots are taking time to charge. So that might be what... Why do you have a kitty face on? That's adorable. I want to have that. Oh, sorry, I've locked you in here. Right, hang on. I'll be right there. Yep, I've apparently locked you in there. There we go. Alright, that'll get you out soon enough. I could... Do I have... enough steel to put up the smelting bench. Because then I could burn clothes and convert some of that slag into steel. So what is that? That's the smelter. 170 steel. All right. Oh, hang on. Beta's ready to work on Stillwater again. Hey, Beta, just try and convert this cat again if you could, please. It's not going to work, but we'll just keep giving it a shot. We don't have a church to do like a big conversion ritual. Yeah, just chase him around yelling about your religion. People love that sort of thing. People love that. You just run after them and preach your religion at them. Yeah, keep moving, Beta. He's getting away. He's gone to bed. Just kick his door down and tell him about your religion. People just love that. 95 to 87. That was not the worst. I mean, it might be a very, very slow time, but we might be able to pick that guy apart. Because his religion now is just terrible. We don't want to believe in any of that. There we go. We're moving all the pemmican in there, and the temp is down. That's cool. So that's some food that we could go traveling with. I think that's probably my best next move. Build up the food situation. I don't know. Where did we get that steel from? Where do you think you found that steel? I don't remember having any steel around here. Apparently you come up with it somewhere. Cool. Maybe we found some in a mountain somewhere that we were bisecting. Speaking of which, how is all of that going? We've got a little ways to go on that. That's going to take a little while. I was thinking deconstruct that just for the stone, but we're not going to sweat that right now. Let's stay focused on making stone blocks and making traveling food, packaged survival meals, that kind of thing. And then I think we're going to go over and get that gold mine and hopefully some steel out of that as well. So come back with some steel and gold. And then, again, Dweeb, figure it out from there. I'm having a hard time with your vision, Dweeb. I'm not really sure what your vision is. But it'll be very, very exciting. I think opening up the mech room is going to help and get some larger, better mechs in here and just kind of see where that all goes. Well, that's probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. Guys, do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours. We'll see you next time. Yeah, I know your patience is wearing thin. My patience is wearing thin. I've killed a guy and you walked in here in that shirt. What kind of umbrella is worth 1,600? Is it woven from unicorn tears? All right, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. I know you're all saying to yourselves, you know, where on YouTube do I think I could find this? Where do I think I can find this? And you're going to say to yourself, Dave's probably streaming right now.